Greetings my dear friends. Welcome to Odin's Storytime. I am Odin, the Norse god of wisdom and adventure. Today I will share with you a tale called Thor's Ride Across the Stormy Skies, the Thunder God's Journey, a story from the mighty Norse legends that teaches us courage and wisdom. Let's dive into the world of gods and heroes. The skies above Midgard were dark and restless, heavy with swirling clouds that roared like great beasts. Lightning flashed across the horizon, and thunder rolled like the drums of war. It was in this wild and stormy sky that Thor, the mighty thunder god, prepared for his journey. His chariot, drawn by the fierce goats Tangrisnir and Tangjostr, stood ready to carry him across the tempest. Thor's red hair glowed like fire in the storm's gloom, and his eyes shone with the fierce light of determination. In his hand, he held Mjolnir, his great hammer, pulsing with the power of thunder and lightning. This hammer was no ordinary weapon, it was forged by the dwarves and blessed by the gods, a symbol of protection and strength. As Thor urged his goats forward, the chariot leapt into the stormy sky. The wind howled around him, the rain lashed like icy needles, but Thor's grip never faltered. He rode with purpose, his hammer raised high, ready to strike any giant or creature that threatened the peace of gods and humans alike. Below, the world of Midgard trembled as giants stirred in their dark halls, eager to spread chaos and destruction. But Thor was their shield, the defender who would not yield. With each thunderous strike of Mjolnir, lightning tore through the black clouds, scattering the shadows and sending the giants fleeing. The storm was fierce, but Thor's courage was fiercer still. His voice rang out over the roar of the tempest, a mighty call that echoed through the mountains and valleys. "No chaos shall claim this world while I ride the skies," he declared, his strength a beacon of hope for all who dwelled beneath the storm. Through the swirling clouds and flashing lightning, Thor's journey was a dance of power and protection. He was the guardian of Midgard, the hammer-wielding hero whose strength kept the darkness at bay. As the storm raged on, so too did Thor's ride, a testament to the bravery and heroism that define the gods of Asgard. The storm's fury did not wane as Thor pressed onward, his chariot cutting through the thick, swirling clouds like a blade through mist. The thunder god's breath came steady and strong, his muscles tense beneath his gleaming armor. The sky was alive with wild energy, flashes of lightning danced around him, illuminating the jagged peaks of distant mountains and the dark forests below. The air smelled of rain and ozone, sharp and fresh, filling Thor's senses with the raw power of the storm. Far beneath the roiling heavens, the giants stirred in their shadowy lairs. These towering beings, fierce and relentless, sought to spread chaos across Midgard. Their roars echoed like distant thunder, challenging the order that the gods so carefully maintained. But Thor was swift and unyielding. His hammer, Mjolnir, glowed with a fierce light, crackling with the energy of the storm itself. With a mighty throw, he sent it spinning through the air, a streak of lightning that struck a giant's fortress with a thunderous crash. Stones shattered, and the giant's roar turned to a cry of defeat. Thor's journey was not just a battle of strength but a test of will and heart. As the storm raged around him, he felt the weight of his duty, to protect not only the gods of Asgard but the people of Midgard who looked to him as their guardian. His courage was a shield against the darkness, his hammer a beacon of hope. The chariot's wheels thundered across the sky, leaving trails of sparks and light in their wake. The wind tugged at Thor's cloak, and the rain stung his face, but he welcomed the storm's embrace. For in the heart of the tempest, he found his purpose renewed. Each clash of Mjolnir against the forces of chaos sent ripples through the clouds, a reminder that even in the darkest times, strength and heroism could shine bright. As the giants regrouped and launched new attacks, Thor met them head-on, his voice ringing out like a war cry. "You shall not break the peace of Midgard," he declared, his hammer raised high. Lightning answered his call, striking down foes with dazzling power. The storm itself seemed to bow to his will, a mighty ally in his quest. Through the endless night of thunder and rain, Thor's ride continued, a relentless journey of protection and bravery. His story was one of a hero who faced the wildest storms without fear, whose strength was matched only by his heart. And so, the thunder god rode on, a shining force against the chaos that sought to unravel the world. The storm raged on, fierce and unyielding, as Thor's chariot soared through the darkened skies of Midgard. His grip on Mjolnir was steady, his heart burning with the fierce determination to protect all that he held dear. The giants, those ancient foes of the gods and men, rose again to challenge the peace, their monstrous forms looming through the swirling mists and thunderclouds. Yet Thor met them head-on, his hammer glowing with the power of the storm itself. With each mighty strike, Mjolnir shattered the shadows and sent bolts of lightning crashing down upon the enemies of order. The sky itself seemed to answer Thor's call, thunder rolling like the roar of a great beast as the god of thunder fought tirelessly. His strength was unmatched, his courage unwavering. Though the tempest threatened to tear the heavens apart, Thor's resolve held firm, a beacon of hope in the chaos. As the battle raged, Thor's journey across the stormy skies became a symbol of protection and heroism. He was the guardian who stood between the forces of destruction and the world of gods and humans. His ride was not merely a passage through the storm but a powerful declaration that courage and strength could overcome even the darkest threats. In the end, Thor's ride reminded all who heard the tale that true heroism lies in standing strong against chaos, in wielding one's power not for selfish gain but to protect and preserve. His hammer, Mjolnir, was more than a weapon, it was a symbol of hope, a promise that the light of courage would never be extinguished. I hope you enjoyed this story about Thor's ride across the stormy skies, the thunder god's journey. The lesson we learned today is that true strength is shown through courage and protection of others. Remember to carry this wisdom with you, and be courageous and wise every day. Join me again soon for more tales from the Norse legends. Till I see you again, farewell, my dear friends. If you liked this story and would like to explore Greek mythology as well, then head over to the epic 150-episode Greek mythology channel narrated by Zeus at Zeus Storytime.